What's going on YouTube? TheApophis here and welcome back to my channel. Holy crap guys, you won't even... What just happened was ridiculous. I got all the way to the end of this commentary, like seriously, like 7 minutes in, and Vegas just crashed on me. So now I'm redoing it, and I'm gonna put all I can into this, but man, was the first one good. So I'm gonna do the best I can here. Before I get into the topic though, I have to say, holy shit, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Yesterday's video I put up about why you subscribe to channels, asking that question, why do you subscribe to a channel, and the feedback is overwhelming, and in a positive way. I've got so many responses in the comments, and they were the best responses I've ever had on a video, because a lot of times, like, I'll get comments, and I like these, so don't take this shit the wrong way, but I get comments that's like, oh, good com, bro, keep up the good work. That's very encouraging. I love those comments, but it doesn't really help me improve. Don't stop leaving them though. You don't take that shit the wrong way. Screw your head on straight and listen to what I'm saying. But yesterday's comments, it was like 4 or 5 sentences, like small paragraphs on why people subscribe to channels, or what it is about the content that brings them in and things like that. And what I was able to gather from those thought out comments was ways that I can improve myself, ways that I can improve my videos, and ultimately ways to make things more entertaining for you, which is really the goal to begin with. So I'm so grateful that the feedback was that amazing. I really am, and I really appreciate it. And just so you guys know, if you did comment on yesterday's video, I responded to every single one, and hopefully my responses were as thought out as your comments were. That was my goal, because I could tell you guys put a lot of thought and time into responding to me, so I really appreciate that. Alright, let's move on into today's topic. Today's. That's right. Alright, so I wanted to talk about, why do you play video games? And I know, as a kid for me, this is a little backstory, as a kid for me, I used to play my video games in the basement. Okay, I worked my ass off one summer mowing lawns, and I bought myself a little 13-inch TV VCR combo, and I was in love with the motherfucking thing. It was the best thing to happen to me in a long time, because my family wasn't super fortunate. Like, don't get me wrong, I had food, I had clothes, and I had a roof. It wasn't the best food. Sometimes, a lot of times it was peanut butter and jelly. The clothes came from hand-me-downs from my cousins, and the house wasn't the biggest or the nicest. But you know what? I grew up just fine, and I'm grateful for everything that I had. So it was amazing to me to have this little 13-inch TV. I was like, fuck yeah, this is so cool. And it was really cool because I worked my ass off to get it, so it felt really good to have it. And then I worked my ass off again to get more money to buy a second-hand PS2, and that was like the first system that I really ever owned, aside from like a second-hand Sega Saturn that I think my mom got me for like 30 bucks. Which I absolutely loved, so don't take that the wrong way either. I loved my Sega Saturn. I begged for that thing forever. Anyway, but I gamed in the basement because my parents didn't want me to hook it up to the big TV, because they were under the notion that the video game system kind of ruins the TV picture. I guess that might have been true at one time, way back in the day, but not when I was growing up. Anyway, so I did all my gaming in the basement, and my parents would always get on my case, like, oh, why don't you come upstairs and watch TV with us? Why don't you come upstairs and watch TV with us? And I understand now that I'm an adult that really they just wanted me to come upstairs so that they could interact with me. But at the same time, my dad kind of had a war on video games. Any chance he could to ground me from playing video games, he would take it, and he absolutely hated the fact that I played, and it never made sense to me. And a lot of the common arguments are, oh, you veg out when you play video games. Well, do you? How much problem solving goes into video games? Even a simple game like COD. You have to think about where the enemy is, how you're going to route, things of that nature. That's problem solving. That makes your brain work. Let's talk about the hand-eye coordination. That's good for you to build hand-eye coordination, and video games are fantastic at that. I don't understand the arguments, especially when the flip side is, why don't you come watch TV with us? Now, I played outside a lot as a kid. I really did. I was really active in sports, and I was always outside doing stuff. But where I grew up in Michigan, the weather just wasn't always permitting. So my parents though, why don't you come watch TV with us? Like, come on, man, that's lame. Like, what is the difference between you watching TV and me playing video games? Because I don't see one, other than you're doing far less than I am. So, I don't know what it was about the games that I played as a kid, but I played a lot of Spec Ops, I played a lot of SOCOM, I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto, and I played a lot of sports games. And for some reason, those games appealed to me more than watching TV or watching movies, and that's continued to be the case. And I think it's the fact that it's interactive that really constantly pulls me back. Like, that was an epic fail. That guy, god damn it. The interaction is what pulls me back. Like, to me, to just sit there and watch a movie, it's boring. I do like movies and I do watch them, but I would rather, if you put two things in front of me and one was a console, one was a movie, I would pick playing the game. And I think it's because I have to get involved with it. Like, there's some kind of connection between me and the game, and it's fun. Like, it gets me to do something. So I think that's why I play games. It's a better form of entertainment to me than TV and movies are. It also forces me to think, and I like that. What I don't understand though is how frowned upon playing video games as an adult is. Especially when the flip side is to just sit on a fucking couch and watch TV or watch a movie. Are you kidding me? How is that better than playing a game as an adult? Like, why isn't it looked down upon if you watch TV as an adult, but it's looked down upon if you play games as an adult? Think about it. When you're going out to date a chick, luckily I don't have this problem because I'm pretty set in that category, but you know, if you bring up games, you could very well ruin that completely on the first date because she's like, oh great, you're just some video game nerd. And it's like, bitch, you watch TV, shut your mouth or get donkey punched, you know what I'm saying? And it just never made sense to me. The other thing, shit, that was just in my mind and it totally slipped my mind. God damn it. It was totally along the lines of adults playing games. I think it's an unfair thing. Oh, real quick, that's what it was. Gaming has evolved a lot. When I was a kid, there was like a nerdy stigma attached to gaming, and now that I'm an adult, it seems like gaming is everywhere, and like they're kind of pushing that with the new consoles too, like connect to the TV, intertwine with all your friends. Like, gaming has kind of taken over along with everything else digital, so I think it's a little more accepted now than when I was a kid. But nonetheless, I want to know your reason for playing video games. And you know what? The outro screen's been up for a minute and you already know what to do, so we'll catch you next time.